It's so good to be with you today. I'm back with Christina Garrett. She is with We Are Relevant Church and the Dream Center. The last time that we were together, she told you a little bit about her dueling piano event that she was doing to raise money for the tornado victims. And that event took place, was it last weekend?
Yes, so Friday and Saturday night of this past weekend, we had the event.
Okay, that's awesome. Tell us a little bit about what happened and how much money you raised.
All right, so I'm so excited. We had Dueling Pianos, a professional piano show from Nashville, Tennessee, come up and perform for us for a charitable event. They donated their time and talents for Saturday night, so they did not charge to do the event on Saturday night so that we could actually keep the proceeds from the ticket sales and the tips to go towards our Christmas in July event that we're going to hold for tornado survivors and their families. So as the Music City Dueling Pianos, very, very generous people, amazing people, so talented. We sold out both nights, Friday and Saturday night. We had 200 people at both nights. It was amazing. So much fun. You could request songs and people were dancing and just having a really, really good time. We raised right at $15,000. That's $15,000. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. Thank you to our sponsors. Teresa, thank you for sponsoring us as well and just making that happen. We couldn't do it without people like yourself supporting us and supporting our families here in Western Kentucky. Thank you so, so much.
I just think that's incredible. I'm just a little jealous I didn't get to come and have fun with you guys.
I know. Next time you're going to come. You're going to be
In
here next
July,
time.
I will be there in
Yes,
July.
absolutely.
So, is there any testimony you want to share or anything in particular you want to tell people?
So just a little bit, just kind of referring back to the benefit that we just had with the dueling pianos. So people were so generous to give to support the families, the tornado survivors through this event. We were able to host several families who had survived the tornado, who have been through so, so much. They were able to come out and just have a great night of fun, enjoy themselves as a family. They needed that so much in their lives. And we are so blessed to have been able to facilitate that for them. We had people, just for example, the family's name is Tim and Amy Wharton. They were from Mayfield, Kentucky, which was basically just devastated, wiped off the map by this tornado. They lost everything. They haven't done anything together as a family, for fun since everything happened in December. So they came, they brought all of their kids and their grandkids and just had the best time. And that made my heart so happy and so full to see just the rehabilitation that's taking place in these people's lives, no matter what walk of life they come from. We had people there who were very wealthy people. We had people there who were middle class and lower class. It didn't matter. We were just there to have fun together and enjoy ourselves for a common cause. And the Lord just brought us all together to just really, really be able to give these families a night of fun. So good for their mental health as they continue to recover from the trauma that they have experienced. It was so good to see their smiling faces and just having a good time. And that just filled me with joy. It really did. It was so joyful. And that's the testimony that I have coming out of that specific event. I mean, there's many, many things I could share, story wise, but, just in reference to this event specifically, it was amazing for that reason. It really was.
Yeah, I think the world underestimates how much we need joy. and
Man.
how God created joy in a way that it will actually heal our bodies.
Yes.
With trauma victims, when you're a victim of trauma, it leaves almost this black mark on
Yeah.
your brain.
Mhm.
And mental health doctors, they can use EMDR, and it kind of rewires, it sort of pushes that back down into your brain by using new memories. And that's
Yeah.
kind of what joy does, is it pushes through that dark spot and that light, because that's what light does, is it breaks through the
Yes.
darkness. And that's what the light of Christ does, is it breaks through that darkness. And the joy of Christ can do that, is it breaks through darkness. And
Ab-
that's why one of my favorite pictures of Jesus is where he's laughing. And so I think we underestimate the power of joy.
Yeah.
And God wants us to have that abundant joy that comes from knowing him. And Christians don't have to walk around with their head hung down in sadness until we get to heaven, because that is not at all how I think that we're supposed to live. So I love that you bring out the happiness and the joy that God wants us to live in.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, I think that's super fun and important for all of us, especially, sometimes if you watch the news, they just want to focus on the dark and the gloomy, and we really need to work on the fun.
Yes.
One of the books that I have coming out is called It's All About Faith, Absurd Faith Edition. And it's a collection of testimonies. It was the first book I did. It's about 15 years old, and it's a revamp. When I did it, I didn't know how to write at all. And yeah, so this is the edited version. But some of those testimonies are fantastic. And I think that as you guys go through your rebuild and your seasons of healing and now these times of joy after the sadness and the trauma, that you're going to find these kind of testimonies
Yeah.
where God has done these amazing things even through your storm.
Right. Right.
And
That's
I
incredible.
can't wait to hear some of those stories and see what all God does in Kentucky, because I love a God story, like, more than
Yes.
anything.
Me too. Absolutely.
And so to help be a part of those God stories, people can still go to wearerelevant.org. Is that correct?
Yes. So if you would like to continue to help us help others, we would love to partner with you. No matter what you can give, everything matters, everything counts. We are able to help so many people through your generosity. You can go to wearerelevant.org/Mayfield. That's MAYFIELD. And everything that we collect through there goes straight, 100% of it goes straight back into our communities for disaster relief. And I mentioned before that, we're looking at a 4-year process with our rebuild here in Western Kentucky. Because of all the devastation, it's going to take at least 4 years, according to FEMA, to facilitate that effectively. So we're looking at that time frame, that we've got to have finances to be able to continue to facilitate building homes, because we're going to start building homes. We want to continue to provide events such as the dueling pianos and the Christmas in July to aid in mental health, and just continue to give these families opportunities to have fun together as a family, and just, to offer, group therapy as well. We'll be beginning that probably here in the next couple of weeks. We actually met last week with a wonderful trauma therapist that's going to partner with us to provide group trauma therapy. And we're going to be using some therapy animals as well. So that's going to be fun. I think it's going to be great for the kids involved to be able to love on an animal and kind of relieve some of that anxiety and stress. So God's been so good. He's been so faithful to help us continue to facilitate these things. And I know that he will continue to do that through us. And it's such a blessing.
So that's fantastic. And you work for the church, but you're also the director of the Kentucky Dream Center. Is that right?
Yeah. So Teresa, I have accepted a position as the executive director of the Kentucky Dream Center. The Dream Center is a larger network. We're part of a network nationwide. There are Dream Centers in pretty much every major city across the United States. So one of the most famous is Los Angeles. There's a Los Angeles Dream Center. They do amazing things out there. I encourage everyone to visit their website. It's ladreamcenter.com. And they have wonderful programs in place. They feed the community. They go to Skid Row and hand out roses to prostitutes at night and just witness and minister to them. There are so many wonderful things that they do, and we are just so blessed to be a part of that network and to start facilitating those types of programs here in our area in Kentucky, because we have a great need here. That was here before the tornado. You know, we've really been able to start kind of building our clientele through the tornado, through case management with these families who need to be rehabilitated. So we are very blessed to have a good, strong foundation with that to start and just continue to further our footprint across Western Kentucky and across the entire state. So very blessed to be a part of the network of Dream Centers here in the United States.
So besides disaster relief, you have these other things going on too.
Mhm.
So if people want to see what all God is doing, check that out as well, right? It's like,
Yes.
what's the website there?
So it's KentuckyDreamCenter.com, and
Okay.
Kentucky spelled out all one word. So KentuckyDreamCenter.com, you can go there and just kind of see a little preview of what we're doing. Also on wearerelevant.org, there are tabs that you can look at for disaster relief information as well. And visit our Facebook page, Relevant Church on Facebook. We have lots of updates there. There's also with our partners, the Mercy Chefs, who are an amazing group, and we could spend an hour talking just about Mercy Chefs, but they have a relief kitchen here. It's called Beacon of Hope. You can find them on Facebook at Beacon of Hope. They are working with us to house relief teams from across the United States. These relief teams come in and they repair homes and build homes. Mercy Chefs is, they're housing them so that they have a great place to stay and be comfortable and accommodated while they are here. We're feeding them. We also feed up to 800 people a day in the tornado zone. So Mercy Chefs is amazing. And, when you give, everything that you give is going into this partnership with them as well, so that we can continue to facilitate much needed services to this area.
Excellent. So much going on there, folks. So stay in tune, keep up with them, and we will keep you in touch as well. Christina, thank you so much for coming out and joining us today.
It's my pleasure, Teresa. It's always such a blessing to talk to you. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it was so much fun. We'll do it again soon.
Thank you. Have a good
Thanks.
day.
You
All right.
too.